Hey y'all, sex drive changes with age. It does. I'm 55 years young, and I can tell you it does. Now, men, their sex drive is very high in their 20s and 30s. That's when they hit their sexual peak. That's why they be out here running around here crazy, chasing all these skirts, okay? But when they get older, they can't keep up. It is what it is. And some men marry young and then unfortunately end up cheating because their sex drive is so high that they're looking for other women, other varieties, women who look different, dress different. They're looking for variety, and so they marry young and unfortunately sometimes cheat because they chasing these skirts and they just want this. They want something different. And also too, men cheat out of insecurities, but women cheat out of loneliness. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But when men do cheat, a lot of times it could be through insecurities, or they're just looking for some type of variety because they do have a high sex drive. But women, we don't get our sexual peak until we hit our 40s and 50s. That's why these aunties is out here dating these younger guys, and these younger guys is shook. They loving it. And we choking them out because, they can keep, the younger guys can keep up with us. Now, I'm not saying I'm dating somebody in their 20s, no, because my son is in his 20s, so no, I have a cutoff. But the point of what I'm saying is when women are in their 40s and 50s, they're not going to get somebody probably in their 50s or 60s most times because they can't keep up. Mentally, they're stuck in their ways. They've lived lives. They're not willing to adjust. And then with the sex drive, they just can't keep up. And that's why some of these younger guys are winning. If you think about some of the most successful marriages today, have a big age gap. Like Gabrielle Union and her husband, 9 years age gap. Terry Vaughn and her husband, I think it's like a 10-year age gap, maybe more. And what's the other lady's name? I can't think of her name. I think Holly Berry's guy is younger than her as well. But anyway, in any rate, sex drive changes as you get older. And it's crazy because men can be in their high sex drives in their 20s and 30s, and then women in their 40s and 50s, it doesn't match, And it's crazy too because in our 40s and 50s, women can be in perimenopause or full menopause. Like I was in perimenopause, now I'm in full menopause since I turned 51, full menopause. And so, the sex drive is crazy, y'all. It's crazy out here. But the young guys love it. They be out here, you going to the cookout with? And he be like, I'm going to the cookout with Granny. They be like, I'm going with Gigi. I'm going with Yaya. Because it's not even just about that the older women can keep up with the younger men and with the sex drive, but it's also mentally because they like to learn from us. Younger men love to learn from older women. They follow instructions better. They're coachable. They're more coachable, more teachable, because you can mold them at that young age. When you get somebody sometimes who's in their late 40s or 50s or 60s, it's not to say that you want to mold them. However, because like I said earlier, they get stuck in their ways, then they're not really, they're not flexible when it comes to meeting somebody from a different walk of life. So, yeah. Dating is different. The dating streets out here is really crazy. I know. Auntie's seen it. It's really crazy. But when it comes to that sex drive, it's a whole different ball game when it comes to the women in 40s and 50s. So y'all be careful out there because we ain't cougars, we panthers. That's a whole different conversation. That's a whole different lifestyle. And some of y'all may be careful because we mess around and change your whole life. All right? Y'all be good. I see you next time.